Breaking news! Things are hot behind the scenes at the Baltimore Ravens, especially after the latest signing. Let's talk about that and also about this Thursday's game, which promises to be electrifying. Before we continue, make sure you've already hit the like button if you've been a Baltimore Ravens fan for over 20 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. Many are gone, but many are still very much alive cheering for our Ravens. If possible, put here the year you decided to become a Baltimore Ravens fan. So, let's go. The Ravens trade deadline was eventful, but left many fans with mixed emotions. With high hopes for a big move, Baltimore acquired cornerback Tre'Davious White from the Rams. White, who made a name for himself as a Pro Bowl caliber player, joined the Ravens along with a 2027 seventh-round pick in exchange for Baltimore's 2026 seventh-round pick. On paper, this move seems low risk, potentially high reward, but is it enough to bolster a defense that many feel has underperformed in key areas? Tre'Davious White, who most Ravens fans remember from his strong years in Buffalo, has faced a tough road back to full health. Since rupturing his Achilles tendon more than a year ago, White has struggled to regain the explosiveness and coverage blocking he once demonstrated. He has seen limited play this season with the Rams and was even a healthy scratch in recent weeks after requesting a trade. In his 4 games, White has allowed 9 receptions on 13 targets for 151 yards and 4 touchdowns, numbers that speak to his current challenges in coverage. But there is hope among Ravens insiders that White's veteran presence and experience could add some depth and reliability to Baltimore's secondary. Yet, many fans are wondering why the Ravens didn't pursue a premier pass rusher. In a league where quarterback pressure is everything, the Ravens' pass rush sits at 22nd in the league in pass rush win rate, while they're top 5 in total sacks. This stat masks a deeper issue. Consistent, reliable pressure is lacking. Quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, and even backup-level QBs have enjoyed comfortable pockets when facing Baltimore's defense. The lack of urgency up front puts more strain on corners like Brandon Stevens, who, though solid, has struggled when left exposed in open field. Veteran linebacker Kyle Van Noy made headlines post-trade deadline with a cryptic tweet hinting at deeper defensive frustrations. Van Noy's message, although vague, sparked discussions among fans about whether Baltimore's real issue lies more in interior defensive pressure than edge rush. Injuries to key linemen like Michael Pierce and aging vets like Brent Urban have only added to the challenges. Fans want answers. Is the Ravens front office doing enough to shore up the line? Or will this season hinge on make-do solutions? Beyond personnel moves, there's a conversation brewing about locker room leadership. Ravens insiders and analysts, including Dan Orlovsky and Louis Riddick, point out that while Baltimore has locker room voices, the defense has seen little improvement over the season. Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton are 2 players who've stepped up publicly, acknowledging the team's shortcomings. Van Noy, a 2-time Super Bowl champion, brings a veteran's perspective. But can he light a spark in this young squad? With the season's most critical games yet to come, especially those likely playoff-clinching moments, it's fair to ask whether this team has the internal drive and accountability to overcome its defensive struggles. Another topic that's fired up Ravens fans? Missed trade opportunities. The Ravens weren't shy about looking around the league, reportedly exploring options like Tre'Davious Smith. But Smith, a difference maker on the defensive line, was instead scooped up by the Detroit Lions, and other coveted names landed with playoff competitors. Davante Adams went to the Jets, and DeAndre Hopkins to Kansas City, adding firepower to already tough rosters. Baltimore's missed chance to land a powerful pass rusher has left many feeling that the Ravens fell short on addressing one of their most glaring needs. So here we are. The Ravens are sitting with a defense that's ranked first against the run, but struggles to apply consistent pressure. Baltimore's line injuries only deepen the urgency, with Michael Pierce sidelined for a month, Brent Urban dealing with concussion protocol, and Travis Jones limited by an ankle injury. All these issues combined led the Ravens to call up players from the practice squad, but can these quick fixes really carry a team hoping for a Super Bowl run?
At the heart of this conversation is a real question for Ravens fans. Does this defense have what it takes to secure wins if the offense doesn't put up 30 points every game? Sunday's game against the Cleveland Browns exposed some hard truths. As Baltimore's front office moves forward, they face a delicate balance. Should they pursue more roster changes, relying on talent alone to win games, or double down on the players they have, banking on cohesion and leadership to push through? Kyle Hamilton, in only his third year, is emerging as a vocal leader, while Marlon Humphrey's accountability speaks volumes. But as a whole, this defense seems to be at a crossroads. Stick with what they've got, or make bigger changes come postseason. The locker room voices are strong, yet the on-field results remain mixed. Now, over to you. Ravens Nation, how do you feel about Baltimore's trade deadline moves? Is Tre'Davious White the boost we need in the secondary, or should the front office have done more to land a big-name pass rusher? Can this defense hold up in a postseason run, or will they buckle against the league's top offenses? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation going. With the NFL trade deadline now in the rearview mirror, Ravens fans are left to ponder the moves Baltimore could have made to elevate their roster to true Super Bowl contender status. This season, the Ravens have been on an impressive run, led by Lamar Jackson's dynamic play and a strong offensive scheme that keeps defenses off balance. Yet, while Baltimore's offense has been thrilling, the defense, especially the secondary, has shown areas where improvement could make a real difference down the stretch. Currently, the Ravens' passing defense has struggled, leaving opposing quarterbacks too much breathing room during crucial moments. Fans have noticed these shortcomings, and General Manager Eric DeCosta, known for his assertive moves at the trade deadline, has no doubt taken note as well. This year, DeCosta had an eye on a number of potential trade targets to shore up the defensive unit. According to reports, Baltimore was actively exploring adding a high-impact cornerback, particularly with Jonathan Jones from the New England Patriots or Tre'Davious White from the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these players possess the experience and skills needed to elevate the Ravens' defensive backfield. Jonathan Jones, known for his quick footwork and coverage skills, could help lock down slot receivers, while Tre'Davious White has a proven track record as one of the league's top cornerbacks when healthy. The addition of a player like White would have provided an immediate upgrade, but Baltimore's cap space created hurdles. The team has only $4.1 million in cap room, which meant that acquiring a high-priced cornerback required either restructuring other contracts or finding a creative solution to share salary obligations with the trading team. Another area of potential improvement was at safety, where Kyle Hamilton has been a standout, but depth remains a concern. Hamilton has been one of the Ravens' most reliable defensive assets this season, but adding another skilled safety could improve coverage and offer additional flexibility against potent offenses. Names like Buda Baker from the Arizona Cardinals and Andre Cisco from the Jacksonville Jaguars were floated as potential fits. Buda Baker, a tough and dependable tackler, would have brought additional stability, while Cisco has emerged as a promising young talent. Either addition would have bolstered Baltimore's secondary by tightening up coverage and adding physicality to the back end. Now, it's over to the fans. Was it the right call for DeCosta to keep this roster intact? Should the Ravens have added a high-impact defender or veteran offensive piece to push them over the edge? Could this roster, as it stands, be enough to make a deep playoff run and contend for a Super Bowl? Let's hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what moves you would have liked to see, or why you're confident in this group as they take on the rest of the season.